Welcome to the Youth Erudite podcast, a platform where young people like you and me can come and add out our unique voices over the important issues of society. My name is S.Sikwibele, host and junior counselor, and I'm joined by my fellow junior counselor,
Lungu Samson,
and a very special guest that we have, Mwangala Maunga, and I'll let her introduce herself.
Hi everyone, my name is Mwangala Maunga. I wear many hats, like people know me by different things, but I am the Zikta Child Online Protection Ambassador, Cartoon Network Climate Champion, 2018 Powerpuff Girl Award winner in the Science and Tech category, etc. So yeah, I'm really excited to be here and I can't wait to have this fun, engaging conversation.
Alright, so today's topic is mental health. Yeah, I know mental health is a very broad perspective and people do not really know how to digest mental health. So I'm going to start with you, Mwangala. What is mental health to you personally?
Mental health to me is the state of feeling what you're feeling, I guess.
Yeah.
It's where your head is at on a daily basis and how best you can keep yourself happy, satisfied, appreciative of your environment, as well as acknowledging whatever feelings you have. That's what mental health is to me.
And Samson,
Alright.
what is mental health to you?
Well, first and foremost, when she was introducing herself, I'm like, what?
Oh, the accomplishments.
I was like, what?
Yeah, she's got a huge list of accomplishments.
So, before I even answer the question, like, what? Again. Because I'm like confused. Yeah? So
Like
many titles for one person.
I haven't even said all of them.
You haven't even said all of them. Bro.
No, as in we've got a real superstar with us, guys.
Yeah, because I'm shocked.
Yeah.
And here we are. Okay.
No comparing each other.
Either way, you're not comparing, but
Yeah.
the thing is that, this is a space for youth.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad and happy, very happy that we get to meet such a person.
Yes.
Because you are the role models that the youth should be looking up to,
Yeah.
so to say, because we're dormant, very dormant. And then coming to the question, mental health is simply just the state of the well-being of the mind,
Yeah.
like of our brain, taking care of it. And before we can even dive into talking about the many aspects of mental health,
Yeah.
it's just barely the well-being of the mind.
The well-being of the mind. That's what mental health is. I think for me, as Mwangala said and Samson have said, mental health is basically how you're feeling, because there's a lot that happens in our day-to-day activities.
Mm-hmm.
And what people should understand is that you are a product of your own environment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So things will affect you in a certain way, and how you react is basically your mental health. Yeah. Because I'm assuming each and every one of us at one point we've experienced a mental health crisis, issue. Some of us young youths, we go through depression, anxiety. Those are the things I would talk about on mental health. But just to make it seem like it's not a concept that's far-fetched, mental health is how we're feeling. I'm sure growing up, like once we take mental health to our parents, mental health to our parents is a concept that they don't understand, especially African parents. Mental health is like, even deaf child. But they do not realize that the same mental health is also affecting them.
Yeah, them.
Because let's look at the aspect of people living, what do they call those? Papa flats. Yeah, and what women do not understand is like, let's say the next house, they're frying some things and then they say, like when you're frying cooking oil, and I'm like, no, my husband is not buying this, he's not doing that. All that encompasses mental health. So I feel like someone has to understand it from that perspective.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I feel, Mwangala, can you just share to us your experience with mental health? Yeah, because as we had a brief discussion before the shooting, and yeah, you had a very interesting
Experience
with mental health.
health.
Yeah, so maybe you can shed more light. Yeah, tell the viewers about.
My mental health experience has been like with a lot. It has a lot of ups and downs, but like one of the most profound experiences I've had with my mental health is in March 2019. An advert was aired on Zambezi Magic, showcasing my achievement that I had attained in 2018. And in as much as, it was a good thing. Like, it was vibes, right?
Yeah.
It was vibes. And then people, because they ran a lot, like you'd have, let's say Zuba starts at 20. Let me give you a realistic scenario.
Okay.
Zuba starts at 20.
Yeah.
15 minutes into, okay, let me say like 5-10 minutes into the show, it will go on ad break. There'll be an advert for boom, you'll see my face. It goes back to Zuba, just like that. So people started getting irritated with the consistency of the running of the advert. And then they went to social media. I remember it was a Sunday afternoon when I was scrolling through Facebook, minding my business. And then I saw like a tabloid, one of these famous Facebook pages start to talk about it. And then I decided to read the comments. Why are people so mean? Like, I'll never understand how people can be so mean. Like, they were so mean. When I say mean, I mean mean. And it was adults, you people my parents' age, were shading me on social media. It was the whole thing. And so I kind of got like into the whole thing for no, people don't like me. Maybe what I'm doing it's not being received well. Maybe I should just stop. So I developed into like having anxiety in social situations. I couldn't interact with people the way I'm interacting with you. I developed serious anxiety. I became depressed. I developed suicidal tendencies as well. I attempted a said number of times to unalive myself, but then, I had a very strong support system, and that's something that most people don't have, unfortunately. I had such a strong support system, especially at home. My parents understood. I'm very lucky and very privileged to have the set of parents that I have to understand that, okay, this is what's going on here, and this is how it affected her. And so from then on, I'm still like battling seasonal depression and mild anxiety, but I'm okay now. I got over my suicidal tendencies, and I hope someone can be able to find hope at the end of me sharing just this fragment of my story, because mental health is hectic. Because you feel like in your head, it's just, you feel like there's bees in your head. Like, thoughts are racing, you can't concentrate on one thing, it's really crazy. So, I'm just glad I came out of it.
Because mental health is something that's big. And looking at the suicide rates in Zambia, if you were to do your research, you find that the people that are taking their lives, the young people, you and me, because there are a lot of things that young people are going through. Just starting from school, some of us get bullied in school. Personally, me, I was bullied in school. I was bullied a lot in school. Because what was it? Is that growing up from like grade 1 to 7, I was at a private school. And then you know how private schools are. You're always speaking English. If you speak Chinyanja, you'd get punished. So I was just speaking English. Then I went to the school in the hood, in the ghetto. Then I went to the school in the ghetto. And then the thing is that generally I was smart like that. High IQ and all that. I'm not bragging, but high IQ and that. High IQ and that. So because of the way that I spoke and the way that I did things, I was like, akamfana kama Zimvera,
something like that.
Every time there's a question in class, I'm afuna kuyanka. And then it really started taking a toll, because I was like, okay, at the end of the day, let me just stop. And then my academic performance would drop because I wasn't actively participating in school. Because even just being bullied, you be called ugly. At one point, I had a crush. I had a crush on a certain girl. And then because I was smart, she told me that the only good thing about you is your brain. So like the only good thing about you is your mind. And then like you like this girl, and then imagine your thoughts. And then what people do not understand is that like words carry more pain than So like being told that thing, like, hey guys, for real, and that's someone that you like.
That's someone that you really like.
And these are the things that we're seeing in society. Someone gets rejected. The crush doesn't like them. They end up taking their own lives. Relationships, because we young people, let's not lie, relationships.
It's part of us.
It's part of us.
Yeah.
Most of us are dating.
Part of us.
I know you are watching, you're dating, you've got a girlfriend or a boyfriend. Then you imagine this life where you guys grow old together, even have children, and then they end up disappointing you. They just send you a text, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah. I'm busy with life right now.
I'm busy with life. And then that would just hit like a certain switch.
Yeah, it will trigger something.
It will trigger something. You become depressed.
Depression, see my thoughts, like she said,
thoughts.
racing, you can't concentrate. And then there's that anxiety. All of that combined, we are seeing now suicidal rates are increasing. Yeah, because young people, we go through a lot of things. Because life, because like the previous generation and us, our parents and us, do different things. Us, we've got social media, we've got Facebook. You go on Facebook, you see someone your age doing far better than you. You know, he's driving, he's going... Like the one that I'm sitting right next to right now.
No, like he's got a new set of accomplishments. Yeah, but you're seeing someone out there, you know, just doing their thing in the element, and then you think, I'm not doing enough. You become, you'll be feeling like, okay. Different kinds of time.
It's not cutting.
Maybe life just is fair. But no, life is fair. What you have to do is that you have to work hard. You have to look for your own opportunities. You create them. Because if opportunities don't present themselves, we have the power to create them.
Exactly.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah. Because young people, we are going through a lot with especially social media. Social media is one of the things that causes depression and anxiety amongst young people. Yes. You're going through TikTok, you're seeing people, you know, just having a good time.
They bought for them flowers, cupcakes. You at your place, I don't remember it's your birthday. I can't
don't even care.
To that cupcake, those flower bouquets where they put money inside. But then you're a girl out there, you haven't received such. So you start feeling like you're not doing enough. Yeah, and there are a certain group of people who put on colorful clothes that apparently are classified as drip.
Yeah, drip.
Yeah, drip. And then you're looking at your clothes, like the clothes that you're wearing.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
the jean is now turning white.
The jean is fading. It's a faded now.
When the stone wash is not faded, it's stone.
So you feel like you're really not doing enough in life. And okay, but one thing that I can say, especially for the social media aspect, do not compare yourself to someone else.
Never,
especially those that you don't know.
Yeah.
Never compare yourself to someone else, because you don't know what they did to reach that point. Yeah. We are all different people and we are all set on different paths. So what they're doing is not exactly what you will do with your life. Yeah. So especially you guys who spend a lot of time on social media, take breaks. Yeah, sometimes just delete Facebook.
So, and we don't want you taking, like, you know, like my breaks, the money, you know. On Fridays, just...
Watch the podcast.
Yeah, watch the podcast on Fridays.
And you know, when it comes to mental health, like you've said, you can't limit yourself, you can't limit it to just social media. There are other societal factors. You mentioned how you were bullied in school for being... I can relate to that, because in primary... people was intimidated, you know, and that's one thing that you should think about, especially if you're being bullied. This is now me talking to people that are being bullied. Do you know the reason why you're being bullied? It's because they're scared of you. People are afraid of people that intimidate them. You can't see when you're being bullied, or when you feel like people are coming for you. It should be an indication to you that there's something that you have that you haven't yet realized yet, that the other person realizes and is trying to suffocate. So, me, I've shared the experience of bullying. A lot of things have been said. I've been bullied on a lot of things, passive aggression, all of that. But
what did they used to target about you?
The way I look, apparently, at a quote unquote big forehead. But you know, and like I used to in high school, I played with girls that had a lot of hair, right? They have really nice hair. And then if you see those pictures in high school, oh my god, you know, it was a whole thing. But then it comes back to you as an individual. What are you feeding yourself? Like we've said, when you're feeding yourself with stuff from social media, it doesn't help, because if you compare my life an innocent life on social media. Totally different. Because if you go and look me up on Facebook, all you see is the stuff that I do. You just see, the first thing that you notice, I'm a diehard Manchester United fan. Oh. Number 2, the other thing that you note is I'm all about climate change. I'm always this side, I'm always this side, I'm always this side. But another thing that I have made part of my social media is I'm always referring back to social media and feeding to mental health, and feeding back into myself. Because I have to, whatever I'm putting out has to come from my heart. I'm a very confident person. I don't doubt myself, not one bit. I'm very sure of the content I put out. I'm very sure of the person, the energy, and the energy that surrounds me. The energy that I put out into the world is what I get back. Because I'm I'd like to think I'm a naturally very nice person, and I'm easy to approach. I'm not hard to talk to. And so if you want to be like, if you want to emulate anyone on social media, you really have to think about your personal values. Like, if this person is like this on social media, what is it doing for your mental health, number one? What do they do for them? Because what I've noticed now is most socialites and social media influencers talk about their mental health. Like what they do they journal, do they paint, do they do all these things? If you really want to be like them, at least try to emulate and make sure it's making you happy. Not you're pushing yourself, you're finding yourself in crazy situations just to fit into that picture. It's not worth it, trust me. These are just material things, and this is the internet. Yeah, a sensation today, next week we've moved on to the next thing.
Moved on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Very true.
So I think having covered that about the experiences with mental health, I think it'd be best that we get to talk about the effects of mental health in one's life.
Yeah.
In our life as the youths. Yeah. Because like growing up, even me growing up, I've had some personal experiences, but due to time, I don't think I can share them right now. Some other time you'll get them. But then, there are many results that come from the state of our mind. The mindset, its structure, the way you think, the words that you tell yourself. Because I believe that words have the power to program a person, to reprogram a person. Because even if when you check, let's say biblically, words are meant to empower your faith. And so now you find that there are a lot of things that are being said, about you. Not all of them will be good, not all of them will be positive, most of them will be negative. Because people don't want you to see you shine. What they want
to be them.
Yeah, they want you to be them.
They want you down.
Yeah, how special are you?
Don't upset.
They want you suffer.
Don't upset.
Yeah, they don't want you going up. They always want you down.
Yeah.
And so, being a youth,
yes,
this is the age where we have to, have many achievements, where we have to do a lot of things that have to go into our portfolios and our resume. And you find that, but there's just something that is keeping us from doing that. There's just something, and that is what we are going to discuss right now. Yeah, and so if I'm to pose a question, I think I'll just strike it to innocent right there. Yeah, for you, okay, what do you think are the effects of the state of the mind?
The state of the mind, the effects of that, I feel like the way you feel, the way your mind is, determines on how you handle situations and how you do things in your life. Because personally, for me myself, if I'm feeling low, if I'm feeling depressed, I doubt if I would even be a junior counselor. Because all my life I have grown up telling myself that no matter how I'm feeling, I just have to do what is necessary for me to win. At the end of the day, it's all about my life and what I want to achieve. So even if there's someone there, your mental health affects you, you're going through depression, anxiety, think about the person that you want to be. When you imagine your perfect self, and try to be that person. Strive each and every day to be that person. May I wake up, I look at myself in the mirror, I tell you, I'm that guy.
Yeah,
I'm him.
I'm
him. He is me. I'm the one.
I'm the one.
Yeah, even if you're ugly, tell yourself every girl likes me. They'll come. It's all about having that kind of thing. And as a man in society, you're told not to express your feelings, especially, we've talked about it. Uma may cry, no men shouldn't cry. But as a man, you always have to look at yourself, no matter what situation you're going through, no matter how you're feeling. You have to go out there and be a man, win, do whatever it takes for you to get to where you want to go. Be strong and make sure that your mind is strong. If you are going through, there is a free counseling in Kuma Hospital. You can go, tell them, you can have brief 5 minutes here, talk to them. No, I'm going through this, and that. They'll advise you on how you can do that. Yeah, people do not know that you can get counseling from the hospital. Yeah, and that's one thing that I feel
if you're feeling shy to have face-to-face interaction, call the hotlines.
Yes. Yeah, because even for us, in the comments, share your history with mental health. Like about you wanted to kill yourself. Tell us. We don't judge.
Don't just comment. Don't comment. Just you can just inbox a message because if you are to comment, a lot of people different opinions they'll come.
You'll be pointed to the necessary.
Yeah, you can just text us and then we'll respond because we're trying to empower the youth. We're trying to raise the youth. As a youth, there's a lot that you can do. And we just want you to unlock your full potential. Trust me, there's that thing that's inside you. I'm sure you feel it. And people try to dim that light inside you. But there's that light that once you fully tap into, I assure you, you'll be unstoppable.
Yeah. Unstoppable. What's stopping you is actually lack of confidence in yourself.
Yeah.
And that's like the topmost thing. Let me tell you, it's not that it didn't happen overnight that I'm this confident person and I'm able to do all the things that I've been able to do.
She does.
Like, it hasn't been the easiest thing because I've had to go through whether if I talk about this with this crowd of people, they'll think I'm bossy, or if they think about this, I can't tell you what I've done without you asking me. That's number one. Because I'd like people to know me as an individual first before you know me by my achievements and everything that I've done. Confidence isn't built overnight. You have to, like what Innocent has said, he wakes up every day. Oh, I'm pretty sure his mirror is on the ceiling. Just on the side. He's just there.
That's the guy.
You know, you have to be patient with yourself. And also, when it comes to your mental health, when I talked about having a support system, my support system starts from home. My mom, my dad, my brothers. Outside of my house, I have my friends. Please choose the people that you play with wisely. Yeah. Especially when it comes to your mental health. Because we can be going through a mental health crisis. You're feeling like life is not making sense anymore. Your grades are slipping. This is not working out. Your parents are always yelling at you. Your quote-unquote relationship isn't working out. And you go and confide in your one friend. Tell them, oh no, I feel like I want to kill myself. And just tell them, do it. After all, we've got nothing to lose. Don't surround yourself with people who are negative. You can't put out what you don't possess. If you don't have positivity in your life, you can't expect yourself to come out with anything positive, especially when it comes to your mental health. And when it comes to your mental health, please be selfish. This is the one thing you can be selfish about.
Yeah.
Please be selfish. Guard it with everything in you. Focus on it. As the youth today, I feel like we've got so much potential, guys. We are so different from the generation before us because they had a systematic way of living their lives. You start school at grade 1, you finish grade 7, grade 9, grade 12. You either become a teacher, a soldier, a doctor, I don't know. Then there's these other ones that did their own things, right? The way their lives were structured is different from the way our lives are structured. You can literally become anything. And when I say anything, guys, you can be anything you want to be in this world. But it starts from you taking care of what is in your mind. The person that you want to be, the person that you want to be seen as, it starts with you. You can't expect yourself to be commanding attention if you are always putting yourself down first. If people if someone today, the innocent the way he was in 2015 is not the way he is in 2023. I mean, very different people.
I'm handsome. I was angry, but okay, no, that aside, yeah.
The way I was in 2019 in March is not the person that I am today. When I said I was tried in 2019, I was really tried. But then after I overcame all of that, no one can tell me anything. No. You can't come and check me. You can't come and say, oh no, because you feel like it's what I was giving. I mean, so please take care of your mental. I've said 2 things. Take care of, be selfish with your mental health, and also mind the company that you keep. Surround yourself with positive people, because that's also one other thing that affects our mental health. Yeah,
Samson, your concluding remarks?
My concluding remarks would be, okay, like, I found that according, I don't know if I can call it a research, because from the community that I'm coming from, I don't know if you guys know it, but it's somewhere, there's a place called Chibuanye. That's where I'm from. And to find that you get to see a lot of things that are happening there. And I've seen that, the reasons why most of us, the youths, we are unproductive, I think it's because of the way we think, the way we operate. You find that someone is just, is operating on a mediocre level. They don't expect much from them. But to me, I've seen that, I just have to come out different. And so, like Innocent there said, you always have to have that mentality and that mindset of telling yourself that you are the one. Because my older brother once told me that there's never been a you, there is no you, and there will never be a you. You are the only one in this timeline, in this lifeline. You are the only one. The only Samson that there will ever be is you. And so we choose if there will be a difference in our lives. And so being a youth and having to deal with mental health, it's a very big challenge, and it's something that you are not exempted from. So long as you are human, you are a youth most especially, you are going to get through this, because one, relationships, like we have said, it's part of us now. And then there are many heartbreaks, because you want to feel loved, and then that other person is not, reciprocating the feeling that you have. You're going to end up in a heartbreak, and possibly depressions come in. And then your mind, you cannot control the feelings, because each and every emotion that you feel is as a result of your brain. Every emotion, be it sexually, be it joy, sadness, it's all as a result of the mind. So what you tell yourself actually programs the way you feel. And like you said, suicidal, it all comes from such. And so there is no one who can ever be the person that you are. So my last words are that, become the best version that you can ever be.
So that has been mental health for you guys out there. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section, and if you're going through challenges, always feel free to text us on Facebook, on WhatsApp. There's an email, write us an email, and whatever it is that you're going through, we're junior counselors, of course, me and him.
You can also message me on Facebook. My Facebook page name is Mwangala Maunga. My Instagram is the same. Just hit me up, and we'll point you to the direction of help.
And before you can even cut, there's just a question that is stuck on my mind. So, like, Mwangala, if there is to be a word that you can use to describe yourself, what can that word be?
Extraordinary. Jokes. What word can I use to describe myself? Or can it be a word or a phrase?
Or a phrase.
Never seen before.
Never seen
before. Okay, funny story. I actually share the same name with my aunt. Her name was Mwangala Maunga, and my name is Mwangala Maunga. So it's like it's that thing for, oh no, you came back. But I'd like to describe myself as extraordinary, never seen before, and also I'm just Mwangala.
Extraordinary. That's like
extraordinary every
day. Just watching you.
So let us know your thoughts in the comment, and I'll be seeing you guys on the next segment. Thank you very much.